Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are together and it is March 4th. March 4th, the day that we all get to March 4th together. Are you excited? Are you excited? I am. I'm so excited and I want to welcome you tonight to the open house for Wealth Builders Express. This is the day I've been looking forward to for a long time. And it's here, it's finally here. I'm so thrilled. So I'd love to welcome you to this open house. I know you are here because you want to do this, right? I'm distilling 5 decades of my investing experience to bring this to you, ladies. And this is all about how to start financially investing toward the life of your dreams. That's what we're talking about here tonight. I'd love it if you would put your name in the chat and where you're calling in from. And let's just also maybe put one word, what you would love to receive from this opportunity. Some of you might want financial confidence. Some of you may want more knowledge, right? Some of you may have a specific goal. Please write that down. I'd love to start to hear from you. Who's here? That's right, Bobby. Nice to have you here. All of the above. Absolutely. So listen, we are here to really bring it on. Sarah, Mary Claire, I'm so happy. This is great. Very, very exciting. You know, I'm knowing Regina's here from Texas. I would love more financial knowledge. Yep, I agree with you. You know, all of the women that I speak to, mostly 80% answer that they want more knowledge, they want more confidence, but they just feel like they haven't had a place or an opportunity to learn, and they've been learning from perhaps the wrong people. But if you're here, that means that you want something special for yourself. You want something special for your life. Is that right? Put yes, that's me in the chat if that is you, and I want to welcome you. This is a special time for me to share something great with you. An open house to the Wealth Builders Express. That's right, a train that's going to fast track you with knowledge that will really change your life. That's right, it's me. Yes, that's me. Ellen, welcome, Ellen. I want confidence. And Olivia, yes, Olivia, thank you for being here. We have a couple of people who have been in my investment classes before. I just want to say a shout out to those of you who have been in my investment classes before, so you know that this is life-changing. And many of you are what I call women of impact, who really would love to achieve more knowledge and more confidence in your money decisions, and to start right now to really build some real assets for yourself, right? So that you can take care of yourself, achieve real independence, and do what you really want to do. Live how you really want to live. Invest how you really want to invest, right? And have the life you really want to have. If so, you're in the right place. And I am so excited because, let's face it, I have 5 decades of real world experience as a leader in the investment world. And I've come to realize, I've really been thinking about all of that experience that I have. And I've come to realize that when you are empowered to really understand how to make investment decisions for yourself and for your life, you then become fully capable of taking control of your financial destiny and creating the next level of wealth that I believe your dreams not only want, but require. Would you put a yes to that, please, in the chat, if you agree with that? And I've also come to realize something else that's quite important. Yes, 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 I can see that. I've come to realize that it's never too late. It's never too late. It's absolutely never too late to make impactful strides in your wealth as long as you start your investment journey today. And guess what? Today is March 4th. Today is the day to make a decision to march forth toward a new life, taking control of every decision that you will ever make from this point forward, regardless of any decisions you've ever made in the past. So that's the good news, right? Absolutely, yes. I agree with you. Well, let me tell you about why I have developed, I think was something very, very special for everyone. And I'm inviting you tonight because this is an open house to really get a feel of what it is that I'm encompassing in this new program called Wealth Builders Express. And I'm going to invite you to become a founding member of Wealth Builders Express tonight because we're beginning this program this Wednesday. We're starting in March because March is the money month, and we're going to begin to transform your life in terms of your money, how you think about money, how you believe in money, how you set yourself up for success with money. And that's what we're going to be doing. And those of you who stay to the end, which will be about an hour, I think, I have a special prize for you. Now, I'm not going to give it away right now, but I do have a special prize for you. So please, I have a lot to share and a lot of value that I know that you'll really benefit of. So I want to tell you who this is for. March 4th. That's right. Julie, welcome. So happy. You know, we believe that March 4th is a sacred day. And that's why I placed this open house on this day to encapsulate and incorporate the spirit of transformation in our money. How many of you have done an awful lot of inner work or transformation in energy, in all quadrants of your life, your job, your relationships, your spiritual practice, and so forth, right? And maybe sometimes we put money over in the side pocket. Not anymore. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about who this is for and why I've developed it. I believe, you know, very successful women that I have worked with in the past, mostly men in my history, in the history of my work in the actual investment advisory world. But usually the women that I have worked with have been very successful professional women. They're making, you know, close to 6 figures or more. They come to me with a level of achievement that they have of financial success in their career and their business, but they have not really learned yet the investment strategies that are necessary to build the financial legacy that they truly are capable of. So that they, you know, they bring their hopes and their dreams, but they have been lacking that actual real world know-how. Maybe you feel the same way. Now, these women, like you, are big dreamers. We are. Would you put that hat on yourself? I'm a big dreamer. If so, put that in the chat. I'm a big dreamer. I'm a big dreamer. You know me. If you know me at all, you know I'm a big dreamer, right? And I surround myself with big dreamers. And I love the women in my life because they are big dreamers too. And their dreams are not just for themselves. I have noticed that. They have a common desire. They have deep, deep desires to take care of them, not only themselves, but of their family, those they love. They want to make a big impact in the world around them. And they want to leave a lasting legacy of contribution, sometimes for generations to come. And if that's you, I'd love you to acknowledge that in yourself, that you're a big dreamer, that's you. A woman of impact. That's what I like to call the people who are going to be jumping on board here, because we have a lot to do in life. But sadly, many women who do come to me, most of them have been believing a lie. That the world of investing is too complex to understand, too risky, and that they either need somebody outside of themselves to fix it for them, to control things for them, to guide them, to manage their money for them, and that's fine. Certainly, I come from a profession of professional investment advisors, and I believe in the industry. But it's time, in my view, that we step up and begin to take a little bit more active responsibility for ourselves. Even though we may hire the best of the best, we need to be able to know what is right for us. And many women just feel like it's beyond them to be able to make the right decisions for themselves. So guess what? They avoid it altogether. And the women I work with usually come to me stuck in one of two situations. The first type of woman is, she's making good income, but she has no idea really what to do with her money. So it either sits in an account somewhere and gets eaten up by inflation, or gets used for random expenses that come, pop up here and there. And the problem is she really doesn't have a clear plan of an investing strategy that is so exciting for her, not for others, not in comparison, not to try to beat the markets, but something that is so strategically exciting for her, a plan that she can follow, she can understand, and that she can create real wealth and multiply her wealth over time. And if she had that, she'd be very, very excited. Many of these women are business owners, and oftentimes they put their cash of their earnings back into their businesses over and over and over again. And they really don't compare where it is the cutoff point where they need to start paying themselves first, or paying themselves more, or doing what it is that is required to really build for themselves. And oftentimes they wish they had taken a look at that earlier, because suddenly they don't have much to show for it. All the work that they have put into their own businesses, or it could be a profession as well. So sometimes most of these women I have noticed, they start to invest because it's they know that that's what they should be doing. But the problem is they begin to get out of touch with why they need to do this in the first place. The whole area becomes kind of scary. The financial world feels too overwhelming. And suddenly she begins to have one investment here, a hodgepodge there. And suddenly there's no real rhyme or reason to what it is that she does own. And so she gets rather frustrated. I've seen that more than not. And, women start to get, when they get frustrated, they absolutely just, there's a part of us that dies, I believe. When we believe in a lie for too long, a part of us dies and we just kind of give up. But that's not you. And that's not why you're here, because I know that what you really want is the truth. And the truth is, yes, that's right. Put the hands up. That's me. If you really can relate to that, but that's me. If you can relate to, any one of those scenarios, because the truth is, we have a possibility of creating something new in our lives. Most of these women just have not had a safe space to ask questions, feel like they get put down, looked over, and also they feel like they put themselves in the hands of other people who might gain a special interest by means of having them. But what we really want to do is have more, I think, empowerment in our own abilities. Would you agree with me? I mean, I am really here to change what is the norm. That's what I'm here to do. And if those of you who really believe that there's a place for you in that concept, I really want to welcome you on board. And tonight is the night, because this is the time that we're going to get on board. And I'm going to give you a little bit of the taste of what's inside the Wealth Builders Express. But first, before I do that, I want to tell you about a second kind of a woman that I've had the pleasure of working with, and that some really very, very astute women who have already taken a real good leap in investing. In fact, some of them are rather sophisticated in investing, and many of them have investment advisors that they have hired. Some of them have hired and fired many investment advisors over the years. But unfortunately, oftentimes she's made to feel a little bit inadequate, or she really doesn't have a true connection with her advisor. And so she doesn't really fully understand what it is that is being recommended to her. Oftentimes she feels less capable of having a discussion toe to toe with her investment advisor. And so she kind of feels less than. And sometimes she doesn't really know whether the decisions that are being made on her behalf are actually even the right decisions for her, or sometimes they're not even in alignment with her own values. And she's not been taught how to really understand what her values are. She's not been taught how to really understand what risk and reward really means, or how much risk she should be taking, and what kind of risks would be appropriate, or what she really even values in her life. So oftentimes she gets led down the primrose path by somebody who may be doing things correctly in her best interest, but guess what? She gets left in a state of confusion. So we don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen to you. And so over my period of time, what I have noticed is that both of these types of women that I work with, they start to lose touch with the possibility of their financial dreams, and the possibility of what they can do in their lives. So it's easy to get stuck and stay stuck. But ultimately, I really believe that once we say yes to shifting the possibility in our own mind that we're capable of learning, we're capable of understanding, we're capable of a higher ability to take control of our financial destinies, then why not? This is an opportunity for you to take that leap on March 4th. I'm not even sure if I told you that my little story, my little story is one of, when I said 5 decades, I would like to say that did my, oh my, this is my sweet pea. This is my beautiful sweet pea. Would you mind if I just turn her back on again? This is my teaching tool, and I use her in the investment courses. She gives me the opportunity to bring on charts to show different aspects of the economy. I hope when you come on board, you'll be able to see the magic of sweet pea. This is a smart board, and you can have all kinds of things going on this board at the same time. It's a teacher's dream. And I'm just really excited about that. I want to give you a story, but before I do, I want to just check in with you. Are you with me so far? How many of you are saying to yourself, yes, I can see the value of putting myself first? Yeah, Barb, you got it. You got it. Listen, if you want to, this is an opportunity for you to get on board the Wealth Builders Express, which is it's something I thought up. It's part of my imagination. I was asking myself, how can I create a program where every woman has an opportunity to learn, get on board, ask some questions in a safe space, be a part of a community of like-minded women, get together once a week, have somebody I'm going to say of my expertise to guide them along the way. I mean, how many of you have been on a journey uh, with a guide, and that guide knew absolutely nothing of and wasn't it just about the worst vacation or journey you've ever had? Hasn't it? Hasn't you? Has anybody had that experience? I have. Um, and what I want to bring to you is the possibility that you're going to be in good hands. Um, I'm putting together an experience to take you on a journey over time. That's why it's a train. One of my favorite memories is going on the Orient Express with my mother and sister. It was my mother's 75th birthday wish. And so my sister arranged it, and we went on the Orient Express together from Venice, Italy, up over the Alps to uh, Prague. And that was an experience, listening to the train, pull itself up over those Alps, which are, I don't know, 15, 17,000, no, 15,000 feet easily. And then on the way down, with brakes the whole way down, we got to Prague, and then we went across the country of Europe toward Paris, had a stop in Paris, and then went on to the train on the Orient Express to the Channel, got off the Channel and went to London from there. The experience on that luxury train changed me, my sister, and my mother. It changed our lives. It was not only so first class, but it had people on board who were expert guides. They had expert information. And, information is just information unless you know what to do with it. And so they were able to help us have the most extraordinary, life-changing experience ever. So I thought I would do this in honor of my mother, who loved trains. She absolutely loved trains. So here's to you, Mom. We're going to get into the Orient Express kind of a like experience. I'm calling it the Wealth Builders Express because it's going to be a monthly membership where you have tools to move you forward, to be able to actually learn something along the way so that you can feel like you are, this is a worthy journey for you, that your money is worth that kind of honoring, that you can honor yourself enough that you can create money, you can create wealth, and it's just not just money, but it is what you want to do with your money and how you want to serve yourself and others with your wealth. And it's not just about money and wealth, but it's also about who you become in the process. And why not lock elbows and do that together? Women have, I think, historically been left behind or left out. Yeah, left out. And so we can fix that. So I'm really looking to create an atmosphere of learning, but also having fun. And I'm also going to be creating something new that you've never seen before, ways to do old things in a new way. Barb says, I agree, we can do better than this. We can do better than this, right? Right, ladies, if you agree with that, put a I agree with Barb. I agree with Barb in this. That's right. All right, Ellen raised her hand. She agrees. That's super. I agree. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My story starts when I was in college. And even though I came from a family who was quite well off, yes, I'm able to unmute you, I believe. Hold on just a second. I've got a request here from someone to unmute them. See it. Let me see if I can do so. Maybe not. I don't hear anything, Bobby. In the background. Let me just try one more thing here. And no, sorry, unable to do that. Sounds okay. All right, good show. You know, these technology things are a little bit tricky, but let me go back to my story. I started in college, and I came from a pretty, middle class family. But just as I was going to college, my father, who was an attorney in Denver and doing quite well, he was going through his third divorce. And right at college, he said to me, "You're on your own." Um, some things happened which threw me off track, and I was really just on my own. I became a salesman. I had to go quit school and start selling across the country. Became a traveling salesman. I sold I sold stuff store to store. I sold house to house. I sold school to school. I sold all kinds of things, putting myself through college. And at the time, I had to ask myself, because I was all over the country, where do I really want to live? And I wanted to live. This was part of my future vision for myself. I wanted to live where I thought I would be happy, and that was near the ocean in the West Coast. So I went out to the West Coast to learn how to surf. I learned how to learn how to surf. But guess what? I had no money whatsoever. I would call my dad, and he would hang up on me. And the thing is, you cannot make a living surfing, at least not when you don't know how to surf. And God knows I didn't have the body to be a really successful surfer chick or anything like that. So I was broke and I was desperate. And what I really needed was money to live on. And I made a decision at that point that if you need money, and if you're going to be thinking about money all day long, if that's going to be the main dominant theme of one's total attention, which it was for me, because I didn't have enough money just to get breakfast and lunch, nothing. So I decided, I'm going to go into the money business, and I'm going to find out. I'm going to learn. Because someday when I have money, and maybe if I go in the money business, I'll learn how to make some money, but who knows? But let's say I do. And someday when I have money, I'm going to know how to handle it. That's what I want. I want to know how to handle it. I want to know how to invest it well. And I want to know how to be independent, because I don't want anybody telling me what to do, how to do it. And that was the beginning of my just jumping. It was like a leapfrog jump into the investment business at a time, this is 1975 or so, at a time when women were not allowed to be stockbrokers. They were not allowed to be, back then, even a teller in the bank, not allowed in any kind of responsible position in the financial industry. But I was a good salesman. So I was knocking on doors, and I got myself a job as probably one of the first women who got right out of college anyway, a stock brokerage job. And I started with a major firm in Los Angeles, whose name was Dean Witter at the time. It was eventually became part of Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter. And I began. I didn't know anybody. I had no clue who had money, what to do, what to say, I went through training. I still knew nothing, because they didn't really train you how to invest. They trained you how not to get in trouble with the SEC, because it's a very highly legalized business. So you really had to learn on your own. And I did. I decided I was going to put in 14, 16-hour days, which I did. And I became one of the top producing young stockbrokers. And then I had a wake-up call that they weren't doing very much for me, and they were taking most of my commissions. And I'd like more commissions for myself. Thank you very much. So I decided I was going to open my own broker dealership. Well, that was like totally beyond anybody's possibilities for a woman to do that at that time. Some women had been doing that on Wall Street in New York, but not way out in Podunk, West Coast, you know. So I was one of the first women to open my own broker dealership on the West Coast at a time when, well, I just decided I was going to hire more women, get more women stockbrokers, which I did. I built up that business over 10 years. I sold it, and I began to get offers from other companies, investment advisory firms, who wanted me because I had the skill set to manage an entire financial company and so I joined another company, which was a beautiful opportunity with two other partners who were wonderful men, wonderful, wonderful men. And together we built a second investment advisory firm near Los Angeles. And we built that up and sold it. So I have built and sold two investment advisory broker dealership firms in my life. And during that time, I was also teaching investment courses for adults for over 15 years at night as a part of gaining clients and part of what you do when you're in investment advisory world. And it was just quite interesting that very few women actually had their own assets at the time. A few had inherited assets that they would come without anybody to open an account and work with me as an investment advisor. But mostly women were as a couple. And so usually that is my open house signal to you that this is the time for you to make a decision. Make a decision to come be with me, to come be with me on a journey where you will be guided by somebody who's been through the ropes. I have seen all the markets up and down from the 1970s. I remember the 1980s was the really high inflation like we have now, but even higher, much higher. I've been in the lows, I've been in the highs, I've been in the ups, I've been in the downs, I've been in the good times, I've been in the trenches. I've been in the 1987 crash, I've been in the 2000 internet boom. The markets are a wonderful, interesting place to learn about human behavior. And actually, it's a wonderful place to learn about ourselves. So I invite you because I'm going to be a guide that perhaps you've never had the opportunity to hear the kind of perspective that I'm going to be able to give to you, but also I'm here to serve you so that wherever you're starting with the skill sets that you do have right now, I'm here to help you understand that you have more power than you think you do. I truly do believe that inside every woman is an ace money manager just waiting to be empowered. What does that mean? That means you have more financial understanding in your little pinky than you even give yourself credit for. Many of you have raised children. If you've raised children, you have, that's like managing an entire department of a corporation. You've managed budgets, you've managed households, and many of you have managed entire departments of corporations. Many of you here have, I know that. And many of you also have been through the ups and downs of the markets, just like I have. And maybe you've made some investments, and maybe you've made some wonderful, great investments, and maybe you've made some mistakes. And I know what that feels like too. And I also know how to recover from mistakes and what it takes to take exactly where you are right now and double it and triple it and make it into the kind of dreams that you really want. And that starts with a decision that I'm ready for this, a decision that no matter what, mistakes, maybe a wrong turn here and there. And remember, we're going to be on the train track. we might stop a few times just to catch up so that if we're going too fast, we're going to slow down and catch up because I've got some amazing, wonderful things to share with you. Let me just check in and see if you're okay. Are you with me? Does this sound good to you so far? Do you want on board? Would you love this? Sounds good. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about what I've got in store for you. Um, yes, yes, yes. All right. I'm going to give you an opportunity to sign up. And really, this is probably going to be a slam dunk because I'm making this so juicy. Why? Because I want you as a founding member. I'm here to get some founding members who are ready to found this idea so that we can take it to other women and we can grow the idea. I want on board. All right. Okay. So let me give you a couple of ideas. What we have in store for you as a founding member. Um, what this is going to include is, I'm going to jump to the second page first. This is going to include every month uh, 4 access points with me. We're going to have every Wednesday night is going to be a Zoom meeting. And that'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern for the time being. And it may change over time, or we may have more women and we can have a daytime. But I do realize that many women are still working. We want to have something that will give the opportunity for as many women as possible. So the first Wednesday night of every month is going to be called a listen and learn. And every Wednesday night, first Wednesday of the month, I'm going to be delivering to you a market commentary, which I'm going to be calling the Economic Express, your ticket to market insights. The first of the month, I'm going to set the stage so that you can understand the parameters of what I see. My perspective in the market, what really deserves your attention, what to stay away from, and how you can take tips that I'll be generating for you and actually apply it to your situation right then and there. So that's the first of every month is a listen and learn. These will be recorded and then we'll be placing them in a place where you can upload and listen to them. And just in case you can't be there live, but it's always better to be there live. So the second Wednesday of each month is an ask and learn session. It's like a Q&A with some laser coaching, and I'm going to be inviting you to bring your personal experiences, to bring your personal questions to a safe space where with other like-minded women who are interested in learning and moving forward, we can listen to each other. Some people will be more sophisticated in their investment experience than others. Those of you who are less experienced, you'll learn faster. You will learn faster. And so that's an opportunity every second Wednesday. And then I'll be giving you the insights that I have. What that does is it helps you to stay quickly away from making mistakes. And I have made most of all the mistakes that you could possibly think of making over 5 decades. Okay, just saying. On the third Wednesday of the month, I'm calling it a do and learn. This is a journey of self-empowerment. I'm actually going to be giving you to-do projects, and you'll be bringing those to-do projects to the third Wednesday night, and that's where you'll be able to build some confidence on what to do and what not to do and apply these projects to your life. So as we are going on the train ride down the tracks, you're going to have something to do inside the train. And then while you're also looking out at the landscape of what's going on in the economy, in the world, you'll be able to start ingesting and putting together pieces for yourself so that it makes sense. And then finally, the fourth Wednesday of the month, I'm going to have another ask and learn session. Why? Because at the end of the month, you're going to be a different person than you were in the first of the month. Your questions will have a higher caliber. You're actually going to be able to see the kind of wins that you're having, the forward progress, and share the excitement with the other gals. Does that sound fun? I know it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. So, all of that is to say, we're also going to be receiving an archive, a 24/7 archive. In this case, it's going to be like a podcast. It'll be an audio archive that I'm preparing for you, some lessons so that you can listen to these archives. It'll be on different topics, different themes. Some of them might be explanatory, like, well, what is inflation after all? And those kinds of things that I think are of interest that will expand you. So I'm going to just be uploading those, as well as the replay for the Wednesdays will also go into the podcast. That'll be available to you 24/7, and I call it a learning depot. Why not start learning more of the language of investing as you go? How does that sound? And then in addition, we're going to be able to celebrate the fact that we are in an empowering community. Your involvement is not just for you, it's to help others as well. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And then there is a member's benefit, because as a founding member, you're going to be able to receive uh, additional opportunities to work with me. I'll be putting together my classes, and many of you have taken my classes in the financial clinic, but I'll be offering them to you as members at a better rate, at a founder's rate. So going forward, you'll be able to take advantage if you choose to have a deeper dive and want to learn more. You'll be able to take some classes at a better rate, as well as those of you who want to work with me one-on-one privately. And that's an opportunity for me to really look over your shoulders at your investment plan and help you personalize. And that will be also at a member's rate. And then finally, I just want you to know that your contribution of being a member will also help others. I've been on the board of directors of a nonprofit for over 27 years now. It's a very dear organization in Los Angeles called Spirit Awakening Foundation. So I personally will be tithing a percentage of all of the income from everybody who contributes to the Wealth Builders Express. I'm going to be tithing monthly to the organization called Spirit Awakening Foundation, because they serve at-risk youth who are coming out of jails and also who have been incarcerated or as part of the juvenile system. And we're going to be giving them financial courses as well. So I'm rather excited that they're going to be receiving some financial literacy. So if that is exciting to you, I know it is for me, then we can say woohoo. So I'm really wanting to know, how are you doing so far? How does this sound? How does it sound? Does it sound good? Does it sound good? Yes? If it sounds good, amazing. All right. Well, here's the best part. It's not going to break the bank. It is not going to break the bank. You know, the normal, uh, some people can really charge an awful lot in the financial business for all kinds of things, but I'm wanting my founding members to be really feel special. So I'm offering this. Usually, you know, the price that this will be going for is close to 200 a month, 197 a month, on an ongoing basis, because this is a membership. So it's a sequential membership. You get better as you go. I'll be offering you more things as we go and grow. But for you as a founding member, it's only $79 a month. Nothing. Why is that? Well, it's kind of like having a dinner out, hardly even that. A dinner out once a month to be able to bring to you the opportunity to expand your mind A mind expanded by even one idea never returns back again. You know that. Um, Women of impact are absolutely the ones that I want to support. And the cool thing about this opportunity is that as a founding member, if you join this time right now, you'll be able to have that price forever. Hmm. Others will be coming on board at a higher price, but you're going to be at that price for as long as you're on board. Let's put it that way. And I think that that's going to be something that is really awesome. So I'm going to just drop the link right now to the page where you can sign up right here. Thank you, Bobby, for saying drop the link. Let's go for it. Um, and here's the link. So I would like to just, with your permission, go there right now with you and just walk you through this. It's really easy. This is the page that link will take you to. Can everybody see that? I'm sharing my screen now, and this is actually on my website. And so this, once again, it is a transformative journey for women to build wealth. Fast track your transformation. These are the items that you get. I've already explained all of this to you. So I want you to go down, scroll down to the bottom. And this is where you'll find the sign up page. It's very simple. You have a choice of choosing either monthly or annually. An annual gives you obviously a better deal. It gives you 2 months free. And then you put your name here and you go next step. The next step will take you to the payment page where you put your credit card, and that will be as simple as it is. It's simple. So this is your time. It's your opportunity to get on board. I invite you. This is your time. What do you think? Do you have any questions? Have I left anything out? Is this something that you would love? Any questions? Put it in the chat real quickly. Anything on your mind? Oh, there is a Q&A. Let me just check that. Oh, well, I'm asking, are there any questions? Absolutely. Any questions? Have I made it clear? What do you think? Is this not the most important, the most meaty meat and potatoes program that you've ever heard? I love it. Good. I'm glad to hear that. How many else? Who else loves it? Who's joining? Who's getting on board? Who's getting on board tonight? I'm wanting to know who's going to be on board with me. Who's going to be a founding member? At $79 for your financial freedom. What do you think? Now, this gives you an opportunity to not only have 4 evenings with me. I'm on board. Julie's on board. All right, Julie. Yay, yay, yay. Ellen's on board. I am. That's great. Okay, good. I love it. I think that is really wonderful. Just like I agree, to get access to someone with the kind of experience that I have is quite, I think, going to be quite unusual, but it's going to be worth it. It'll be worth every, and it's really not it's not an investment. I mean, it doesn't even qualify as an investment. It's an opportunity for you to say yes to yourself. And I'm making this absolutely so delicious that you can't say no. This is an offer that you really can't say no to yourself about. So I'm going to give you a little bit of taste right now in the next few minutes, because I'm just noticing the time, and I want to take a few minutes, if it's okay with you. How many of you would love for me to really kind of give you a forward peek of what's in store for you in terms of the markets? How many would love that in terms of how I'm going to be teaching, what is the perspective of some of the things that we're going to be looking forward to. You would love that. Mary Claire would love that. Okay. I'll just take 5 minutes or so and kind of give you a taste of how I teach. Mary Claire has been a student of mine, and so you kind of know this, but I really love I'm a visual person, so I really love giving people an understanding of what's going on in the economy by means of visualizations. So I'm going to start with what's going on in the market right now. I mean, we have had an amazing stock market. March is coming in like a lion. It is absolutely on fire. Who would have thought this time last October that we would have a kind of upswing in the markets? Now I'm talking about the stock market. Obviously, I'm an expert in the bond market, not so much an expert at all in real estate. However, as it relates to investing in public traded companies in real estate, I can tell you I have an expertise in that, and also in commodities and gold. Um, this is a chart that I'll just introduce to you real quickly. Can you see that chart? Can you see that chart or not? Do I have to share the screen? No. Okay. Just hold on a second, please. And let me share this screen. Okay. Can you see it now? Should be able to see it now. Okay. So this is the chart of the Standard & Poor's 500, and you can see what's been going on just in the last to the right corner. This amazing boom up from October of 2023 to the present has gone from 4,200 above 5,500 on the Standard & Poor's 500. As most of you know, the Standard & Poor's 500 is an index of 500 of the largest and strongest industrial stocks on our markets today. So it's an indicator of how the economy is faring. And so it's making new highs. It's absolutely making new highs, and it has exceeded the peak of our former bull market run. The peak of our former 10-year bull market run was in January of 2022, which was at about 4,700. Now we're at 5,200. It has exceeded that peak, and it's been an extraordinary story behind that. When I'm together with you on this coming Wednesday, I'm going to give you some stories behind that. But another thing that happened today, which was extraordinary, was we had a new high on gold. This is a chart of gold. You can see on the right-hand side, it's been peaking 3 or 4 times right at the 2,000 mark, which is the price of gold right now, 2,000 an ounce, 2,100 as of today. And then it keeps coming back down and bumps along a bottom, what we call this a sideways channel, 2,100 on the top and about 1,600 on the bottom. But just recently, it has made a new high as of today. That has a lot to do with international strife going on with 2 wars, Ukraine and, of course, Gaza. Things are kind of getting hairy in the world, and so people are putting their money into a flight to safety. Gold, of course, represents a flight to safety when people are not really very confident about their dollars and you know what a dollar can buy anymore. But it's really quite interesting because I've been wanting to show you this chart. This is a 50-year chart of Microsoft. How many of you have or can even say that you've been alive the last 50 years? I mean, some of you are too young to even, you weren't even born when this chart started over here in the early 1980s. But Microsoft went through a big bubble during 2000, and we thought that was a huge, big price gain at that time, only to go sideways for from 2000 all the way to 2020, practically sideways for maybe 20, 25 years until it broke out and has gone nothing but super duper up. If you would have even bought 100 shares of that 2 years ago, 4 years ago in 2020, at the price of 150, selling a brand new high over 400 today, just you can do the math at what kind of an extraordinary move that Microsoft, one of the larger tech companies that we have grown up with, the kind of money the kind of wealth that has created for people who were savvy enough to buy it and hold it, not trade it, but if you did trade it, that's great. But if you held it, that's even better. So what we're wanting to do is learn what's possible to create wealth. And you don't actually have to take the kinds of risks that a lot of people feel that they have to take. But what you do need is to learn about what risk taking looks like for yourself and how much you can learn so that you can have quality investments, quality, whether it's real estate, whether it's stocks, whether it's bonds. What we want to become is ace money managers so that over time you have more and more quality assets. Why? Because quality is what goes up in the long run. Quality holds its value even in inflationary times. Yes, it goes up and down and up and down, and we'll learn more about that. But what it definitely points to is that there are always opportunities coming down the track on every type of economic scenario, whether we're in depression, recession, inflation, disinflation, all these different types of business cycles. There are opportunities if you can only just learn about which opportunity is best in certain times of the year. It's kind of like knowing when to buy what. When you are an ace money manager, as a female, we're inculcated with knowledge that we don't even give ourselves credit for. Those of us who have raised families and so forth, we buy winter coats when? In the summer, right? You buy when the price is down and you prosper. So we absolutely have more investment knowledge than we give ourselves credit for. I'm here to help you empower yourself so that you can absolutely change how you think about investing. And once you understand how investing can give you the accumulation of assets over time that are quality assets that grow, that grow, that grow, then you will have built wealth for yourself. And that kind of wealth can pay off in dividends, in spades, in lives changed, in opportunities, and you will have a life that you have always wanted, a dream life. And if that is something that you would love, I invite you officially to get on board. Become a founding member with me at $790 a year, which guarantees you a whole year. Or if you want to go, it's $79 a month. That's great. The link again, let me put the link again in for you, is right here. You can download that link and go there tonight. I want to see each and every one of you on board with me tonight, and I have a present for all of you who have been here to the total end, and I'm going to stay on if you have questions. But I do know that those of you who need to jump off, that is fine. Regina says you don't see the link. Let me just see what is going on here. You don't see the link. How many other people don't see? Oh, I know, because I sent it to just one person instead of everybody. Here it goes. Here's the link. How's that? Got it now? I'm going to put it in the chat one more time just to make sure. And that is the page that you go to. Got it. Okay, good, good, good. Now, this should be a no-brainer for you. The experience that you will have will change your life. And this is something that I'm going to stand behind this. It's my guarantee. It's a guarantee. This will change your life. It's life-changing. It's so life-changing that most of us don't even realize the impact that it'll have on you. I know, Mary Claire, you've been in my courses. Mary Claire took all three, beginner, intermediate, and advanced courses. And I wonder, Mary Claire, if you could just, is in the chat here, if you'd be willing to just say, would you recommend this course to people, to others? I know you've been through my classes, so I think you would be a good person for people to say, you know, that you would stand up and give me a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Mary Claire, highly recommend your courses. So therefore recommend that people get on board. All right. Thank you so much for that. It says we can only send messages to you. So when we send you a message, you will want to read it. Well, is that right? In other words, you can't see other people's messages. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Yes. All right. Well, there's so much to know about technology. I just changed that right now. Let's see if it works. So if there is any questions that you have, I'd love it if you could put it in the chat. And while you're doing that, I'm going to tell you about the prize. I have an open house prize for everybody who's here. And the key is that it's going to be mailed to you. Now, how am I going to get it mailed to you? Easy peasy. I'm going to invite you to simply email me your mailing address. And when you do, I'm going to send you a coffee cup of Money Talks for Women, where you can put inside this every morning your coffee and really enjoy it. And I absolutely am also going to give an additional bonus that goes with, but it's a surprise. So when you open the package, it'll be your coffee cup with another surprise, but I'm not going to disclose what that prize is. It's going to be when you open it, you'll have a special surprise. But this is for you as a open house gift for being here with me tonight. And I hope that when you sign up on the Wealth Builders Express, that we can have coffee together or maybe even a cocktail at 8:00 p.m. every Wednesday. And so I'm here to ask you to get on board. Now, I'm going to give you my email address that you can email me, please, your address. It is hello@Lynn E, that's my middle initial, kitchen.com. So take that down, hello@LynnEKitchen.com. That's my email. Just send me your address and I'm going to send you a Money Talks for Women coffee mug. And while you're emailing that, would you please also give me your impression of how you enjoyed tonight? Let me know your feedback. I'm wanting to make this so impactful and special for women that all women will want to get on board. I believe that we have a lot of work to do. Well, a lot of fun to have, to allow women to have the kind of know-how, knowledge, and confidence to change their life financially. When that happens, they can have a life that they absolutely love living. So Wonderful. I'm so glad that you have. Oh, ladies, this is Olivia. And I too have taken all of Lynn's classes. Yes, you have, Olivia. And this is a bargain. This is a bargain that you will be on the road to becoming a prosperous lady. And I appreciate that, Olivia. Olivia has also been on the beginners, intermediate, and advanced classes. So I want to pay special tribute to those women who have been to the financial clinic. Is actually an opportunity to do a deeper dive. That's where I really bring out all the charts and we learn how to find great companies. We learn how to make investment decisions. We learn what are the investing fundamentals. But on the road of Wealth Builders Express, we're going to have what I call foundational underpinnings. We're going to begin to learn the beginning of what it takes to get yourself prepared to then go to the next level. The next level is the deeper dive courses. Many of as you mentioned, some of you have been in those courses, but the monthly opportunity is going to be a chance where like-minded women can come together in a community, begin to ask questions. And I know because we have these wonderful women who've been through the courses who are now on the train, we're going to have a group of very, very extremely intelligent and wonderful women that the questions and the quality of the questions are going to be extraordinary from the beginning, from the get-go, and we can only go up from there. And don't worry, those of you who are new, this is an opportunity for you to actually learn quite quickly. And I believe that inside every woman is an ace money manager just waiting to be empowered. And that means you. So as we help you along, you're going to be able to help others along too, who also are beginners. So it's an opportunity for all of us to lock elbows and learn together and support each other in something that might be on your green growing edge of becoming. But guess what? Once you have the opportunity to grow and to change and to shift, it's for a lifetime. This kind of knowledge, this kind of confidence lasts a lifetime. I can tell you. So it's absolutely so wonderful to be with you all. I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes if you have any questions. Any questions in the house? Any questions about the program? Let me ask you that. Are there any specific questions about the membership? Any specific questions about being a founding member? Being a founding member. And just so you know, those of you who say yes to yourself tonight will absolutely be founding member in my heart forever. Founding members are going to have special opportunities as we move forward too. And I can only tell you this, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit of what we're going to be able to do. So I absolutely, I want to welcome Patricia Barnett. She's just, she texted me earlier and said that she may be in a meeting up till now. And Patricia, I want to just say thank you. You've also been part of the classes in the past, and very special to have you. Would you be willing to put something in the chat, Patricia, in terms of what you feel like your experience has been learning and expanding yourself as a student? Patricia, just say yes, right? Just say yes. Yes has been written all over. Okay. Yes. And Patricia wrote it above. I'm sorry, I missed that. Here it is. Let me go back. I got to read this. Get on board now. Okay, the experience is priceless. It's just a little cost for an incredible experience, and most important is that by getting on board, you receive the vast experience of Lynn Kitchen, that's me, in in real time starting now. Thank you, Patricia. You know, it's true that we absolutely have. Okay, Julie says she's unable to see. There goes my screen. Let me just double check. 073151. There we go. Julie said she's unable to see the other people's chat, and I did make it public, so um don't know what that could be. But you know, here's the good news. Let me just uh email you personally, Julie, um the sign up sheet so that you can get there, so that you can go to the sign up page and be able to just sign up. It's no big deal. It's very, very affordable. And I think that what you'll find is you'll have an extraordinary experience, just as Patricia Parnett has recommended, Olivia and Mary Claire, because what is really happening in the economy today, as I can say, is that we have a lot of cross currents going on. And I'll be on Wednesday welcoming those of you who sign up today. We begin this Wednesday. And on this Wednesday, I have prepared for you an overview of the economy as I see it. The title of this of my talk is going to be A Tale of Two Worlds. It's like the tale of two cities, the tale of two worlds. There was a dark side and there was a light side. The Tale of Two Cities, how many of you are familiar with that story? Um, right now, we're going through a tale of two worlds. They are competing worlds, and I can't wait to give you my insight because both worlds have a lot of impact that you need to know about. It's going to affect your life, whether you are an investor or not. You're going to have a great deal of insight as to what things mean and how you can actually benefit, take action. That's this coming Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And if you sign up tonight, you're going to be part of our group. And I just love it. We already have quite a few of these ladies on board. They're already on board. They've been signing up for a couple of months. I have a whole group of people on board, and they are the founding members. And I'm just so excited. And tonight in this open house, I'm just wanting to gather you with us and make sure that you are welcomed. And soon as you get on, I'm going to shout out to you. As soon as you sign up, I'm going to be reaching out to you with a special welcome. And then we're going to be together on Wednesday night, this Wednesday, and every Wednesday night throughout this year. Just think about at the end of the year how you can change, how things will change, how you will have confidence, knowledge, and the ability to make some forward decisions about your life that you probably up till now haven't even had the guidance and know how to even put it together. That's what I have in store for you. So with that, if there are no other questions, let me just double check. Double check. All right. And yes, of course, I do want to welcome all new members. Let me welcome that in advance, because those of you who are saying yes tonight are saying yes to yourself. So I will be welcoming you with this open arms because I'll be so excited that you said yes to that part of you that wants to grow, that part of you that really wants this time in your life to make a money difference. This is March 4th. Let's make it happen. March is the money month. We're going to change everything about your money starting today. Please join me. I'd be upset if you didn't. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure to have you with me on the open house, March 4th. I want to see you all this coming Wednesday.